Today I want to show you a new power station product that is just about to hit the market September 1st. This is a power station that has tons of power in a tiny little package, and it is a powerhouse. It is the Anker SOLIX C1000. Here in my 1967 Bug, I have all the LEDs and power built into this thing like you wouldn't believe, and it's all being powered by that little Anker SOLIX C1000. Inside the car, I'm building it into a micro camper. It has a 13-quart fridge, a battery charger, and about all the LEDs you can think of on this Bug. The headlights, the LED strip, the LED whips, LEDs inside. I got all the LEDs on this thing. I can power everything in this car day and night, 24 hours a day, all from the power of the Anker SOLIX C1000. On the roof here, I have a 250-watt solar panel that is hard mounted to the car, and it provides all the power going into this power station. The 250-watt panel is more than enough to run the battery charger, my refrigerator, all of the LED lights 24/7, and keep this thing going and on the road, and I can always rely on it to start up when I turn that key.
And it's always the life of the party.
Everybody loves it. Come inside and take a closer look at the SOLIX C1000.
Nice shoes.
This little power station right here, it's about a cubic foot of space. It's nice and tiny, and it has all the power that you could possibly need. It has a light on the front, which I think is a really crucial component of a power station. Every power station should have a light on the freaking box. It's super useful when you're in these off-grid situations and you don't have lights. Luckily, I have plenty of lights, as you can see. The Anker power station has the AC input and the solar input on the side here. All the other outputs are on the front. We have 6 AC plugs, 2 USBs, 2 USB-Cs, a car cigarette adapter port, and this all hooks up to my cell phone with Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. One of my favorite things about this power station is that it has app control where you can change all of the settings, very detailed, based on your preferences and what you like, with all the control of everything in this power station. On the screen, you will see a screen recording of what I'm doing on the app to show you how it works with the power station. Up at the top, you see all of the input if you're charging by DC or AC. DC is from a car charger port or a solar panel. AC is, of course, if you plug it into a wall port like a house or a generator. You can also change the speed at which you charge with AC, because you may only have a 300 or 400 watt power inverter and you can't charge this thing at 1,000 watts, which is what it's capable of. So from the app, you can go into the settings, you can click on the AC recharging power and charge up to 1,000 watts at the maximum, but you can turn this all the way down to 200 watts. So if you have a very small power inverter to charge this, it's still capable of being charged. Of course, it will take longer, but you can do it with the app control and this power station. An additional feature I want to show you about the Anker SOLIX is the ultra fast charging speed. I'm going to take the provided AC cable, plug it into the power station, which is right here on the side of the unit, plug it into my power source, and we're going to turn on the ultra fast charging. The regular charging speed is 1,000 watts, which will charge this very fast. But if you go into the app, I'm going to put up on the screen right here. So with app control, you can turn on this ultra fast charging speed. I'm going to flip it on right now. We're going to see it jump up to 1,300 watts of charging speed. It actually shows on my app that it's 1,400 watts of charging speed. Anker says that this power station will charge from 0 to 100% in just 58 minutes, which is much faster than the industry average. Another thing to note about this power station is that it has a 600 watt solar input, which will only take it 1.8 hours to charge fully. That is extremely fast. That's a pretty good amount of solar input for a power station of this size. So if you need to take this into your home to charge, you'll have it done in under an hour. But if you're using solar panels, you can max out the solar input at 600 watts with 3 of their Anker panels, 600 watts, and you'll have this charged in just over an hour, 1.8 hours total. You can change all of the modes in here, like standby time. I never want my power station to go on standby. I want it to run 24 hours a day. If it runs out of power, that's fine. It can run all the way down and turn off. That's no problem. So I always keep out everything at never. Light SOS mode. Nobody uses SOS mode. I'm sure nobody has ever been rescued by somebody by using an SOS mode. So you can actually turn that off and you don't have to cycle through that function on your device. Screen brightness you can change. Screen timeout. You can't change it to never, which is kind of strange. I wish you could change it to never, but it does stay on for 30 minutes and then this screen display will turn off. So I usually leave that on all the time. You can change the name of your device. You can connect it through Wi-Fi. It shows you a lot of different settings here in the settings of the thing. Then on your output mode, the USBs are always on, so you don't have to power those on. You can just plug in a device. Right now I have this LED strip that's inside for the interior lights of the car. Those are plugged into a USB port and it's pulling in 9 watts. You can see right here how much power is coming from it. Over here underneath that, you can switch on and off your AC output and your carport. Right now the carport is powering my 13-quart refrigerator that is under this bed platform on the passenger side of the Bug, and the AC output is hooked up to this battery charger that is on the battery of the car, maintaining its power. So right now neither of them are pulling any power because the battery is maintained. The green light is on, so everything is charged and good. I don't have to worry about anything there. And I keep this hooked up to my batteries, and all I have to do is flip on the AC ports and boom, I got power going into the car battery, and I don't have to worry about a dead battery when I'm out in the middle of nowhere. I can always start it up and take off. Right now I'm going to take this out and show you a little bit closer look of what the Anker SOLIX C1000 looks like outside of the car, because you might not have gotten a good look at it in here. I love the tight little package that it's in. It's nice and compact. It's really not all that heavy, and it's got a lot of power. And if it's not enough power for you, you can hook up an additional battery right here and get even more power out of this power station. The capacity of this battery is 1,056 watt hours, which is a really good size battery for a power station that is this small and this light. I mean, this is highly portable. I could take this pretty much anywhere I want to go with no problem and have tons of power way off the grid. On this side of the device are the inputs, your AC input and your DC input. This can take a car charger port or a solar panel, and that's that on that side of the device. And of course everything that you got on the front that I talked about earlier, and there's nothing on the back. But I gotta say, I really love this light. It's not like real bright and in your face. It's got the diffuser, this translucent white lens on it, so it's like not too bright, and you can really turn up the brightness and have a good amount of light coming from this thing.
And it's got pretty blue stripes.
It does. I got this Anker SOLIX as a part of a pre-release. So the app that I'm using is with Test Flight on iPhone, and this has not been released to the public so far. But that being said, I've been using the app and it has been working flawlessly. I've had no hiccups, no errors. It connects to my phone every time, and the app works very well. I have had no issues with connecting to the device or anything like that. I'm really surprised at how well it has worked, especially with something that has not hit the market yet and is still in testing phase. But they are very close to release, so I'm sure they have worked out all the bugs on this device by now. I'm going to just set this up here for a second on my solar panel. Now this is a solar panel that is not Anker brand. This is a typical house panel. It's a 250 watt hot house panel that I got used. And I have this permanently mounted because I really love the idea of using a power station as an entire solar system all in one that you can pop out of your car at any time, take it with you, take it inside a house to charge, any of those kind of things. So I'm really interested in the idea of using a power station just like this to run the entire system of the car. Right now we are in the bedroom of our Bluebird school bus. It's a 28-foot bus. We have the Anker SOLIX C1000. We're gonna see if this thing can pull off the ultimate test. Right here is a Medea 12,000 BTU DC inverter air conditioner. So it is an efficient air conditioner. I doubt this can run it on high, but I'm gonna power it on right now. The Anker is at 97%, almost fully charged. So I'm gonna hit the power button right now and see how it does. I doubt this thing will be able to run it on high. So I'm just starting off on low right now. And it's not in eco mode, it's on cool, and it's on low. So I just heard a little bit of a rumble from the air conditioner, which means the compressor is now on, and it's starting to ramp up in power. I see it's pulling 430 watts right now, and the fan speed is starting to climb higher, and so far it is working. Now, I don't think that this little power station, oh, it's going up pretty high. Now it's up to 650 watts, 677. I have other power stations that are similar in size to this, and it could not run this air conditioner. So the fact that it's running it right now is pretty impressive. I'm doing a little screen capture from the app right here. So I'll go ahead and throw that up on this side of the screen, and you can see how much power it's actually consuming and how much time that it will run on this little power station. So far, the estimated remaining time is about 2.5 hours, 2 hours and 24 minutes. Down here, you can see the output is 400 watts through the AC port, and it's doing pretty darn good. I mean, that's pretty impressive. I have it on low, but it is blowing out cold air. If you're trying to cool a very small space like a van, you might be able to do it with just this power station here. I'm gonna go ahead and crank up the power and see when it cuts off. We're gonna go up to medium now and see how it does with that. Okay, so the wattage that it's putting out is going up quite a bit. We're up to 489 watts, around 500 watts, something like that. Still running it just fine though. Let's see. But the remaining use time has gone down to 1 hour and 24 minutes. So it is consuming power pretty quickly from this power station. And I'm gonna run it a little while on medium, see how it does at that. It is pulling about 600 to 700 watts, 650 to 700, something like that. But now we're gonna give it the real test and put it on high and see how it does with high. This is impressive. If this can run it on high, I'm really impressed actually. I have the temperature set at 72 degrees. It's a hot day. It's 90 degrees outside right now. And we'll see, I don't know, I'll turn the temperature way down. We're up to like 700 watts. We're over 700 watts now. I'm gonna go ahead and crank the temperature down and see if we can get it to fail. That's really where I wanna get to. Put it down to 65 degrees. Well, it is still hanging in there. We're over 700 watts. This thing has a lot more room to go, and I'm really surprised. 725 watts. This little power station has an 1800 watt power inverter in it, so I think it has plenty of room to run this air conditioner and do just fine. It's hanging in there around 700 watts or so. Sometimes it goes a little bit over, but we got it on high at 65 degrees, and it's been running for about 15-20 minutes now, and it's just putting out really nice cooling temperatures. The AC output is putting out about 800 watts right now, 750 to 800 watts, and it's still hanging in there. Pretty impressive. It's still hanging in there. It's not turning off. The air conditioner is not resetting like a lot of times it does if it doesn't have enough power. And man, it's just doing it. This thing is doing it. I think what I'm gonna do back here is just run this air conditioner 65 degrees on high and cooling off of the Anker, and just see how long it will last. Run it all the way down to 0. We're at 77%. It says 0.8 of an hour left to run, so it's not going to take long, but I'm really surprised that this power unit is running this air conditioner so well. I have it plugged directly into the power station. There is only 2% left on the C1000. There is 730 watts still coming out, powering this air conditioner, going down the cable right into this air conditioner. It's been on high for about an hour, and there has been no hiccups. It's about 90 degrees outside, 65 degrees there. It's nice and cool inside. The fan is on high, and it's just been doing it. It's been working amazingly, but it has been working flawlessly, powering this 12,000 BTU air conditioner with no issues for like an hour and a half. That's pretty amazing. It is amazing. I mean, of course you're not going to want to use this long term, because, you know, this only has like an hour and a half worth of power, but it can do it. I'm so impressed. Like, that's really awesome. Good job, Anker. But wait, there's more. Hold on. To go with this power station, here is the Anker 200-watt solar panel.
Whoa.
And this thing is very powerful. Oh, it's pretty big. Look at that. So if you need to take your power station out of the car, you want to go, you know, say you want to go down a path, you want to have a picnic somewhere, you want to throw a little music gathering or something like that, you could take your solar panel, take your SOLIX C1000, hook it up, and have power pretty much anywhere. You don't have to have a rigid panel like this. So I'm going to show you how easy it is to hook up. Right over here, this is the power cable that goes to the solar panel that comes with it. Very simple. It's an XT60 connection. Pretty long line, so you can put your power station inside, out of the weather, and leave your panel out in case of rain or something like that. Then on the back here, come around over to this side, and let me show you how this goes into the solar panel. There's a little port right here, and this goes right into this port, like that. Now, this comes with these legs that flip down. You just flop those down, and depending on the angle of the sun, you can adjust this at any height that you'd like to get the optimum solar output.
Cool, just like a lounge chair.
Yeah. So now you have the panel set up, angled into the sun, and you have a very good power production from this product. Come around the front here and let's take a look at it all together. This is all you need to have a lot of fun off the grid. So by now, you've seen how well this Anker power station has worked for me. You've probably heard about the Anker Powerhouse power stations. I want to invite you to click the link in the description of this video below. You can sign up there to receive 25% off of the C1000. If you sign up at the link in the description of this video, you'll also be entered to win a lucky draw for an Anker PS30 solar panel, MagSafe, or the Anker Everfrost 40. If I was in the market for a power station and that was a need that I have, I would be very interested in getting this power station right here. I love the way it performs. I love how fast it charges. I love its versatility and its basic, simple design. It's very sturdy. Everything about it I really like. So click the link in the description of this video to get your very own Anker SOLIX C1000. Take your C1000 with you, your 200-watt Anker solar panel, and take it all on the road. Take the party with you wherever you want to go.